We have read in the Holy Quran that Bani Israel became arrogant and deviated from their path. This is why Allah punished them repeatedly. But little do we know about the details of the evil actions for which they were punished and abandoned. Multiple prophets were sent to the people of Bani Israel, but except for a few, the whole population either humiliated them or even eliminated many of them. In addition to failing to treat the prophets as they should be, they also committed many other extreme offenses, which led to their downfall. The most prominent ones of them are taking 3 demons as their gods and abandoning the worship of Allah. In today's video, we will learn in depth about these 3 demons and why Bani Israel went astray by worshipping demons instead of the one true God. This is the story of 3 forces, 3 false deities, that didn't just tempt a nation, they reprogrammed it. And by the time the people realized what had happened, it was already too late. When the Bani Israel entered the land after years in the wilderness, everything changed suddenly. For decades, their survival had been direct. Food came without farming, water came without wells. They were blessed with manna and salva, and hence they never had to depend on the land. But when they showed ingratitude to Allah for their provision, it was stopped, and they had to provide for themselves and their families. And with that came a terrifying question. What if the rain doesn't come? That single fear opened a door, because the land they entered wasn't just filled with people, it was filled with ideas. Ideas about gods who controlled rain, fertility, and prosperity. And most dangerously, gods who could be managed. At first, people didn't abandon their true faith. They simply added this system just in case. Just a backup, just a safety net. And in this backup started the worship of the false deity Baal. The Bani Israel kept worshipping Baal alongside Allah. They thought they needed a god they could see and feel. They believed creating an idol would make their prayers more likely to be answered. They just couldn't comprehend that one Allah was enough for all their needs, so their corrupt minds created the demon Baal, a figure with the head of a bull and the body of a human, and believed it to be the god of rain and thunder. At one point, the corruption became so severe that it reached the highest levels of power. False worship was no longer hidden. It was institutionalized. And in that moment, one man stood alone, a prophet, Prophet Ilyas, alayhi salam. Without any army or support, he challenged an entire system publicly. He bashed the worship of Baal openly, even when the whole Bani Israel were deeply involved in it. Allah mentions this event in the Holy Quran, and Elias was indeed one of the messengers. Remember when he said to his people, "Will you not fear Allah? Do you call upon the idol of Baal and abandon the best of creators, Allah, your Lord and the Lord of your forefathers?" Ilyas, alayhi salam, called the Bani Israel day and night, but the love of Baal was so entrenched in their hearts that no one except a few paid heed to the warnings. They rejected Prophet Ilyas, alayhi salam, and his call to Tawheed and continued worshipping Baal. Then, after they completely intertwined their worship of Baal with their society, they started worshipping another demon-come-false deity, the demon goddess Asherah. The goddess was a demon with feminine characteristics and used to be highly revered by the Bani Israel, as they thought she had the power to control progeny and grant offspring to them. A small idol with feminine details was installed in almost every household and was present in almost every kitchen, which shows how the females of society were more entrenched in worshipping Asher than the males. Over 850 terracotta female figurines, often showing stylized nudity or pregnancy, were found in the Levant region, dating from the 8th to 7th century BC. Slowly and steadily, the love for Asher grew so much that the Bani Israelis stopped asking for progeny and fertility from Allah. and they only specified these prayers and requests to Asher. The love for Asher soon reached such high levels that after a generation or so, Bani Israel started viewing Asher as the wife of God. Nauzubillah. When evil flows at such huge levels, it inevitably increases to even greater heights and does not stop at the worship of only two demons, as we can all expect. Soon they added another demon to their list of gods. This time, it was the worst of all, because this one demanded sacrificing one's own offspring to keep the demon-come god happy. His name was Moloch. Moloch was a pagan deity to whom children were offered at the Jerusalem Tawheed. The worship of Moloch, also known as Molech, is supposed to have involved boiling children while they were still not dead in the intestines of a large bronze figure with a man's body and bull's head. Offerings were to be reaped through fire or war, and devotees are said to still exist today. Primary evidence of child offerings in the area was revealed during archaeological excavations in the 1920s, and many items had the phrase MLK written on them. The Bani Israel used to offer the firstborn to this demon deity, thinking that in this way the remaining kids or the children to be born afterwards would be kept safe from harm. These three demon gods, Baal, Asher and Moloch, were the ones who swayed Bani Israel from monotheism and Tawheed. This is how Satan manipulated the whole population slowly and steadily, generation after generation. Behind closed doors, there is still worship of Baal and Moloch going on. The evil practices still haven't halted even after thousands of years have passed, and this is how Satan has made the deeds of the wrongdoers pleasing to them, even when clear guidance has been sent to that region repeatedly by Allah, the Almighty. Now think carefully. If you lived in that time, surrounded by fear, pressure, and social acceptance, would you have resisted, or would you have followed, step by step, without even realizing it? May Allah save us all from the traps of Satan. Ameen.